tight ends, receivers, whoever, or at least opportunities. You'll have some incompletes and all that type of stuff, but just opportunities. But we got to get in rhythm and play efficient, and clean up some of these mistakes that we're making. Some really careless mistakes last week. The first game couldn't have gone much better. Very balanced with the ball, ran the ball, we did everything. We were inefficient. We were explosive, but inefficient. And last year we were very efficient, but not as explosive. So we got to kind of get it all together, and we will. We're going to grow immensely from last week. That was a great challenge for us, and a great way to teach. So that's what this has been, a great week. It's been about details. It's been about improving, and about everybody taking ownership and responsibility and pride in their performance and consistency in their performance. So, this is the next step and next opportunity for us to see if we can get better as a team. And I'm excited to see them play. Everybody's eager to go play.
How's Garrett been this week?
Good. I think he'll be ready to roll.
How's Jordan Williams look?
He's been good. He's a lot better. I don't think he'll go this week, but I think it's looking really good for next week. He's in a really good spot. So
Trevor said after the game that he roomed with Kelly and seemed to like that idea. And then I was also kind of struck by his maturity in answering questions after the game. Is that something you guys did by design to put those two together, maybe help them?
They're the first two quarterbacks, so that's kind of what we do. That's usually how we don't have many guys at quarterback, so Ben and Chase room together. And first two guys rooming together. That's kind of how it's always been. But they've been great. Yeah, and Trevor, he's incredibly mature. He was that way in the recruiting process. I mean, I don't know if y'all dealt with him much in the recruiting process, but he committed to me in December of his junior year, I believe. And, I'd call him and text him. He's finally like, Coach, you don't have to call me every week. You don't have to tell, I'm good. He just wasn't into it. He's just very, very mature, very laid back. Wasn't ever distracted. That's just who he is. Like I said, y'all have heard me say many times. I mean, he looks like drama. He looks like Hollywood because he just kind of has that persona with that flow that he's got going. But he's really not. He's just simple and easy and incredibly focused. So it's fun. And then Kelly, as y'all know, is just goofy and funny and very just laid back. And the combination of those two is a lot of fun. And then Streeter's like this all the time too. So go sit in those quarterback meetings. It's just, it's really a lot of fun.
Coach, not to jinx it or anything, but you're one of just 4 teams without a turnover so far. By contrast, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State.
Trevor, why you want to say that, man? You don't. That's like telling a guy he's got a no-hitter going into the 9th inning or something.
I know. I'll take full responsibility, but
turn your hat around. Turn your hat around.
It's been since. It's been since 2010 that y'all have gone 3 straight games. How impressive?
We have a turnover this week. I'm finding you after the game. Yeah, we talk about it all the time. I mean, that's one of our big Tuesday things. When we really we watch all the other teams and we pay attention to who's number 1 in turnover margin, who's number 2, and why, and we look at the good, we look at the bad. We watch the NFL turnovers. I mean, we study it. We talk about it all the time. We watched the kid from Georgia last week, throw the ball down. And, oh, my gosh. So I'm really proud of him. I know this. Since I've been the head coach, when we win the turnover margin, we win a lot. So we've won a good bit when we don't. We won the national championship with a negative turnover margin. So, as I've said, but man, I just like the odds a lot better because our odds when we lose the turnover margin are a lot lower. The percentages are down. Still pretty good for us, but when we win it, man, we're hard to beat. And our defense has had, I think they're going for hopefully 11 games in a row, and I think the streak my all-time streak's like 15 in a row, like back in 12 and 13, I think. So that's kind of a cool goal for us defensively to really just create that identity. Where we get turnovers, and then offensively, I'm proud of them. Now, we've dodged a couple bullets. We snapped the ball the other night. We weren't supposed to snap it, and we had to fumble on the goal line where we've been able to come up with it. So You know, hopefully we can continue to play clean, and the quarterbacks can manage the game, and the skilled guys who touch it can take care of it. Not naive enough to think that at some point we're not going to have a turnover somewhere, but we want to win the margin. That's really the key. And so the more you can get, the better off you are. And so hopefully that's something we can do. Yeah, it's been, I don't know, I think you said the turn of the century since we've had 3 opening games with no turnover. So that's a pretty good goal for us this week. See if we can accomplish that, especially if it's going to be raining and all that stuff.
Very good.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.